This meeting to be open, and I declare the doors to be open, and I declare that this is a safe place to know God, a safe place to have each one of us have our own experience of the divine, because I believe that is what our teaching ultimately gives us, that ability to directly experience the divine. Nothing in between, no intercedes, nothing, just that experience, that when we can sit and go to the deepest, quietest place within ourselves, we meet that. We meet the design. We meet the divine. It is where the upper part of the cross meets the cross part, where the divine meets the union. So I give thanks to this. I give thanks for this opportunity to know more about this experience. Then I invite you to join me in releasing into law by saying, and so it is.
And so it is.
I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, my heart is ready to receive.
So good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Princeton, where our hearts are ready to receive. And those of you who are watching at home, this is a good time to just let go of all the things that are around you and be present in your heart, in your mind, in your full consciousness. And so we are a loving, healing, and inclusive community which teaches and practices the principles of the science of mind for the well-being and spiritual growth of ourselves and the world. Lots of different kinds of communities in the world. We are here as a community of the spirit, of the heart, and we welcome you to come and join us, because the whole world is included. And if you as an individual choose, we'd love to have you as part of our community. So today we are blessed by having Reverend Michelle Wadleigh speaking on Your Invisible Power, a wonderful book by Ernest Holmes. I actually didn't know anything about this book, and you came and gave a talk about 6 months ago or something and mentioned it. And I went, oh, a book by Ernest Holmes that I never heard of. And I've really gone deep with this book. In fact, I will be teaching a class on it in August, and I will give more details of that. But today, we have Reverend Michelle, who's going to really take us deep with this book. Next week, I will be speaking. I'm going to be speaking on Listen Beneath the Noise. Our teaching is very clear that all that we need and all that we are, whether we call that God or we call that Spirit, is fully alive within us, always. But what we're often listening to is the noise that the world brings to us. And I'm going to be talking about how our teaching takes us to what's beneath the noise, and how other teachings also teach us beneath the noise, especially the Hasidic teachings in Judaism, which are very mystical teachings, and there are wonderful stories about listening beneath the noise. So that's next Sunday. The weekend after that is the first weekend of the month, and as we do, our meeting will be on Zoom, and Reverend Rodney Gittins will be speaking to us on Zoom. He is a wonderful minister. His center is in Brooklyn, I believe. Yeah. So we're going to have him speaking. It's good to hear a new voice. You hear all these different takes, understandings on what this teaching is. And for each one of us, reading different books, hearing different takes on it, wakes up our consciousness. So I'm looking forward to hearing Reverend Rodney. After that, we have Reverend Karen Kushner again, and then Reverend Michelle again. So we welcome you. Some of the activities we have every Wednesday at 11:45, the time has been changed. It used to be noon, it's 11:45. We have a peace meditation, which is run by Susan Neat, our practitioner. And it's a wonderful time to just take a moment and stop in the middle of your day. And Susan does these really wonderful, focused meditations. So you'll find the information for that in the emails that we send out on Wednesdays. It's on our Facebook page, it's on our webpage, cslprinceton.org. So please come and join us for that. Also, Reverend Michelle is going to be giving a series of, what do you call it?
The Conscious Living Project.
The Conscious Living Project. A wonderful opportunity for each one of us to grow in this teaching and learn more about it. Again, it is in our Wednesday email. It is on our Facebook page, and I'll make sure, I'll post it again on the Facebook page and make sure that it's there. We would, if you come to this center to grow in consciousness, the best way to do that, there are a number of ways of doing that. One is our Sunday morning services, where we have wonderful talks from people who have gone deeper in the teaching. There are many classes available. Nowadays, the classes are all online. So Michelle has wonderful classes. If you go to her website, what's that? Plant Happiness?
No, MichelleWadleigh.com.
MichelleWadleigh.com. That's WADLEIGH. MichelleWadleigh.com. You'll see her classes. There are many other classes out there. And for those of you who really want to grow in this teaching, you might want to put yourself on the path toward becoming a practitioner. Not because you want, maybe because you want a license, but I can tell you it is a path of growth beyond anything that I've ever experienced before. And once you become a practitioner, your consciousness opens up and there's the chance for infinite growth. So all of those things are available from us, so welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Princeton.
The center of divine attraction. All things, all pure and blessed things, all pure and blessed things come to me now. Try it. I am the center of divine attraction. All things, all pure and blessed things, all pure and blessed things come to me now. Here I go. What I choose to focus on is what I get to see. Every thought I'm sending out come flying back to me. By secret peace taste and see love already here and now. Activate and celebrate that wondrous working power. That power tells me I am the center of, divine attraction. All things, all pure and blessed things, all pure and blessed things come to me now. I speak my word and claim my good is here throughout my day. I keep my faith and let the light of Spirit lead my way. That limitless creative law is working now for me. It's breathing life into my thoughts. What is done as I believe. I believe that I am the center of divine attraction. All things, all pure and blessed things, all pure and blessed things come to me now. I am the center of divine attraction. All things, all pure and blessed things, all pure and blessed things come to me now. All pure and blessed things come to me now. All pure and blessed things come to me now.
My name is Jeffrey Starbuck, and I'm a licensed practitioner here, and I am a center of divine attraction, and so are you. That's a wonderful, I love that. I love this song. I am a center of divine attraction. Close your eyes for a moment and focus on that. Focus on the feeling of that as I raise my voice. I am a center of divine attraction. All things, all pure and blessed things, all things come to me now. There is always and ever a mystery that is appearing in our midst. It is always something new that is appearing. It cannot be otherwise. Things are appearing, they're popping up, so to speak. By whatever name we call this, it represents our highest good. And that means your highest good, whatever that is. That good is not dictated by somebody outside of you. And it can be, you can agree with that, and people can have the same ideas. But you are that which chooses what is right for you. You are that which selects the right items for your life. And that potential is always there. It's always there, even when you don't believe it. Even when you're feeling really disconnected. That connection can be made, can be worked on, can be connected with. We can hear this voice telling us that we deserve to have that good. We are entitled to have this vision manifest in our lived experience. This is a really good thing. As you sit there right now, just close your eyelids for a second or more than a second and connect with something that you want. Feel something that you want to have happen to you or in you. And breathe in deeply. And know that that thing, whatever it is, even if it's not a thing, is on its way to you, actually. By your wishing for it, is actually now on its way to you. And your allowing is going to be that which opens to it and receives it. This good that we are seeking is seeking us. It is seeking us. So feel right now this juicy presence all around you and inside you. And breathe in deeply. And breathe out deeply. Breathe in deeply through the nostrils. Hold the breath for a sec. Now breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. And now surrendering completely to the chair, the seat on which you are. And surrendering to the atmosphere in which you are. This, in our case, this lovely oxygen-filled atmosphere that is around you and inside you. Let your body go, relax. Feel this presence. Feel this presence now as I speak this word of truth for everybody who is listening. Right now, physically in this room, present. Everybody who would like to be here. And everybody all over the face of the earth who are alive in consciousness with this word, with this truth. This one power, which is the only power, is the only presence. It is the source of everything. It is spread out over the face of the earth. There is no place where it is not. And it is good. And it is in, through, and as each one right now and always. And so each one now is having and receiving and being what they want, what they wish for, what they need. The money, the assets, the job, the income, the health, the vitality, the partnership, the love, the connection, the vacation, the automobile, whatever and anything they want and they need is now present and is being received. This good is a tender and delicious good, which is closer than your breath. It is nearer than your neck vein. It is a constant companion and will always be that. And each one now is knowing that for good, for truth, for forever. Each one is knowing that and is believing that and is recognizing that and is ready to recognize it and is recognizing that at all times. Even at moments when they are down or when they're forgetful or they're feeling disconnected, even then they are now, by the power of this word, recognizing it And they're saying yes. We are saying yes. We are saying yes to this power. We're saying yes to this beauty, this love, this presence, this felt presence that is vibrating in our bodies, in every single cell. And anything at all which would seem to be contrary or outside of this word is now, by the presence of this word, dissolved. It's gone. The only thing that is present is truth, is love, is power, is beauty, is connection, is sweetness, it's wisdom, it's understanding, it's right action, it's order, it's good. And I am so, so grateful that I came into contact with this truth. I'm so happy and grateful to be speaking this word of truth for everyone and for the entire world. And join me now in saying and declaring, and so it is.
And so it is.
Now we welcome Reverend Michelle.
First we have a song.
First we have a song.
First we
Welcome a song. Wonderful song.
So this tune, I try to sing it every Father's Day. Today is Father's Day. It came out just about the time my son was born, and he's almost 40 now. He's going to get married this summer. So
He's getting married?
yeah, August.
Oh, nice.
About time. Sometimes I cry when I sing this. People smile and tell me I'm the lucky one, and we've just begun. Think I'm gonna have a son. He will be like she and me, he's free as a dove. Gonna see the love. The sun is gonna shine above. Even though he ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes. Tell me everything's gonna be alright. Seems as though a month ago I was a better child. Never got high. Oh, I was a sorry guy. Now I smile and face a girl who shares my name. I'm through with the game. Boy, we'll never be the same. Even though he ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey. Everything will bring a chain of love. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes to tell me everything's gonna be alright. Pisces, Virgo rising is a very good sign. Strong and kind, and the little boy's mine. Now I see a family where there once was none. Now it just begun. Yeah, they're gonna fly to the sun. Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey. Everything will bring a chain of love. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright. And now, after a momentary break there, we have Reverend Michelle Wadleigh, author, founder of A Successful Center. speaker, many things. Mother, grandmother, extraordinaire, and a woman who gets things done.
Thank you.
She gets it done.
How do I, speaking of getting things done, oh, good, okay. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. Thank you, Rich. Because this book that John is going to be teaching a class in down in Texas, and I guess here, that Reverend Rich made reference to, was one of those books that fell off the shelf. You know that experience when you're looking for something? I think it was in a used book pile. I would never have given this book away. Did I ever give you a copy of this? I know that because these particular in this paper with these, they have these imprints in them. You know, these incredible old imprints.
No.
They're not available, no? Because I know I bought a bunch of them and gave them away to as many people as I could. It was first printed in 1940, and then this copy was from 1988. So it's been around for a minute, and it does something for me that no other Ernest Holmes material does. So I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to be reading to you a bunch of this today, not to bore you, but I'm going to encourage you when I do begin reading some of it to close your eyes and listen to it from a deeper place, or not, whatever you want to do. One year when I was riding up to, my husband and I were going up to Rhode Island when I was going to do a weekend up there, and I read it's a small book, there's not much in it, and I read it to him in the car. And so I find that there's certain books that were written to be read out loud. This is one of them. It is available by other people. You won't get this beautiful cover, but
there is a PDF for free that you can download.
yes, besides my archives.
Yep.
Yep.
You just find it open on the internet.
Okay, right. That's right. I found it on Amazon too. Right. Yes. So if you want it, you go for it and get it. And the thing about it is, I don't think we refer often enough to Ernest Holmes as a mystic. And you made reference this morning, Rich. What is a mystic? According to our II friend, a mystic is someone who has fallen in love with the presence of God and spends their life learning how to recognize, trust, and embody that presence more fully. To me, I describe a mystic as one who goes direct to source without an intermediary, and I think that's what you said earlier. So, I think we fool ourselves a little bit, even in this situation, because this is almost like I'm giving you something almost as if you don't have it, which is a complete lie, and I acknowledge it. So my job, as I've taken it on recently, I'm just here to remind you. That's what I'm doing. I'm here to remind you. I have a pact with a very good friend who lives in Vancouver. And our pact is that we text each other every few days, and all we text is, remember who you are. It is so easy in today's world to forget not the personality of us, but the essence of us. It's easy to forget. So we're here to remember who we are. Mysticism is the art of experiencing the presence of God directly. And take the word God out of it if you don't like it. It's about being in the presence. It is the movement of from information to transformation, from theology to experience, from talking about spirit to consciously living in and as spirit. And your invisible power is a mystical teaching and reading, and the way it reads, it comes from it first talks about you and God, and then as the book progresses, it is God as you. And that was the exciting piece. And I hadn't seen anything else he wrote that did that for me. The thing that we need to do is to stop trying. Oh, wait a minute. last time I was here, I suggested you all take on a practice for the month of not criticizing yourself and being kind to yourself. Did anybody take it on? How'd it go?
It went pretty good until you forget, you know.
Who? Who forgot?
I forgot.
Okay. You said you forget.
Oh.
I'm just, Right, okay, so you were good until that happened. All right. Anyone else? Did you?
Picked it back up.
Huh?
I picked it back up.
Okay, good. Because, and John, well, you pulled in a class that even that Conscious Living Project is about presenting to you simple habit changes so we can remember. So we stop forgetting. So I do hope many of you join us. By the way, just for you to know, that's a bit of a fundraiser for CSL Princeton. I'm not the only one benefiting, so whoever registers CSL Princeton will benefit. Anyway, let's get into the material. And again, if you want to read, if you want to listen with your eyes closed, I encourage you to do that, but not necessary. We are in partnership with the infinite. The name of this partnership is God and Company. The supreme intelligence, the universal creative source, creative order, the dynamic law, and the all-perfect presence. This is God, the silent power. We are the company. This partnership cannot be dissolved, for this union was never created. It always has been and always must remain. Wherever we place our attention, there the company is doing business. And wherever this company does business, there is divine activity, which is exactly what Jeff, I apologize. It's exactly what Jeff was seeking to remind us of this morning. God and Company has no competition, no competitors. There are no words so perfect as those we manufacture. There are no other patterns so attractive. There is no other machinery so noiseless, perfect, and efficient. God and Company, therefore, never deals with competition, but always with completeness. Wherever our thought is, there is this company is established as its branch. In actual practice, we must claim this divine partnership. We must claim that we are a member of this firm of God and Company, that the business of life is good, active, happy, whole. We must learn to counsel with this silent partner of ours and to accept its guidance. I'm making it a little more gender neutral. When we realize that our partner makes things out of itself, by itself, becoming the things that it makes, then we shall know that no matter what undesirable facts may be in our present experience, it can dissolve them for us. Thus, we transfer our burdens to the silent partner who has no burdens and who has no problems. This is very much like the book by Emmett Fox, that the Golden Key. The Golden Key, I couldn't remember the name for a second. That's from part one. Part two. Part one is very short. Part two. This life within you being God did not begin and it cannot end. Hence you are immortal and eternal. That is, you can never be less, but must forever be more yourself as this life within you unfolds through your experience, through your gathering of knowledge, and through your accumulating of wisdom. Evolution is the drawing out of the God principle, although already latent within you. It is this God principle within you which Jesus referred to when he said, Before Abraham I was. Before Abraham was, I am. And when he said to the one who passed from this life with him, today thou shalt be with me in paradise. Today thou shalt be with me in paradise. The God that is within you is truth, beauty, harmony, and wholeness. Every apparent imperfection from which you suffer is the result of ignorance. Because ignorance of the law, unfortunately, folks, excuses no one from its effects. It follows that the very power which has bound you, boy, I can't read this right, rightly understood and properly used, will produce freedom. Since the mind within you is the mind of God, and since the mind of God has been in all people, then it follows that the intelligence within you understands what the great of the earth have been talking about. You already have within you an understanding, a comprehending mind. The mind of God has no problems. Get it? No problems, no difficulties, and is never confused. Therefore, your real mind has no problems, knows no difficulties, and is never confused. It is your intellect which is confused. When you know that the mind within you is God and cannot be confused, then your intellect becomes clarified. It's just so juicy. This mind, which is God, permeates every atom of your being. It is the governing principle in every organ of your body temple. It is the principle of perfection within you. Your thought is the activity of this principle. The principle is perfect, complete, and limitless. But your thought circumscribes its action and causes the very mind of freedom to create conditions which we call bondage. As you teach your intellect to believe in the free circulation of spirit through you, then your thought becomes a law of elimination to congestion. It purifies stagnation. Right? It purifies stagnation. Your consciousness of the divine presence within, your light dissipates the darkness. This is your eternal and true self at the center of your being. It is the mind of God manifesting itself in you as you. This you, which manifests, is not separate from itself, but is itself. The invisible presence of the cause of your personality, the light shining through it. So, I'm going to break from the reading for a moment, although I have more. Do you like hearing it? Is this okay?
Yes.
Okay, to me, I consider it magical, and I love every reason to bring it back out. Our job, our main job as practitioners of this movement is to eliminate the distractions. The distractions of the mind, the distractions of busyness. It might be the distractions if you're home, if you're one who lives in some chaos. The chaos is there because there's some lack of clarity in your mind. So that impacts your mind, but your mind is reflecting through that chaos. So we want to take a look at that at times. We want to take a look at what is our life reflecting back to us. How is the business of your life? How are what clarity are you bringing to it? And I am going to tell you a story in a couple minutes. Love this. To think is to create. You have already been thinking and creating. Now you wish to create good instead of evil, abundance rather than limitation. You have this possibility within you, for the law within you is set in motion by the mind within you. We have to remember what we speak, what we think, what we ponder, what we dawdle on when we're pulling weeds from the garden, when we're driving in our car. We have to pay attention to what we're paying attention to. Whatever you believe to be true about God, declare it to be true, the truth about yourself. Know that the power within you, which is God, is the law of good, establishing right action in your life. In this manner, you will gain dominion and exercise authority. Okay, there's so much I could read. I don't want to overwhelm you with this piece. I do encourage you to get the book. Oh yeah, there are so many things I could read. I'm going to get to section 3. Section 3 of this book, I have so much underlined that it was, I don't know which section this is. I think, yeah, it's still section 2, but I want to read this. The power that is within you is the power of your word. This power is not so much a will as it is a willingness. That is, you will never have to will things to happen. Holmes speaks about this in the textbook. You will merely have to know that they are happening. They are happening. Okay? My excitement of this, I'm going to jump to part 3, which is, again, the part I have so much underlined. If I were to read it to you, you'd be sitting here for an hour. Now he's moving more into the alignment. This is the section where he's not presenting anything outside of himself. He's starting to present the inner to the outer. He's living in it. He is in alignment. You and I have to get in alignment. He says, I am that which I am. No two more powerful words of creation in the universe. It's I am is a mystical teaching that many theologies take as the center of what they do. I am that I am, which I am the eternal presence of your own self. Get that? Look, hear how he's saying that now. I am the eternal presence of your own self. Thus, there is no mediator between you and myself, but your own thought. This I am has been revealed, to you in innumerable ways through inspired writings of the ages. Each inspiration has been a proclamation that I am is in the midst of you. I am the writer, the inspirer, and the thing written about. I am the creator of history, the one who experiences it. I am its record and its interpretation. Everything which has ever transpired has but symbolized my divine presence at the center of the law. I am the abundance within you, he says. I am come that you might have a more abundant life. To those who know not their true nature, believing themselves separated from good, I am come. To those weary with disappointment and struggle, who have sought life outside themselves, I point the way to certain salvation. He is unapologetically now completely slipped in to the identity of the I am. Unapologetically, he doesn't even make an excuse for it. He has now disappeared, which is what we forget to do very often. We stay in our personality. We stay in the struggle. We stay in our human interactions as if that's who we are. And we forget that we can surrender and move into alignment. I had a couple of major healings. I had a major healing one time, a very long time ago. excuse me, folks. I was back, oh my God, it's a long time ago when I lived in my home in Florham Park. And I was in the teaching, becoming a practitioner, a little bit. I'm just on the beginning of it, but I had been in a lot of spiritual metaphysical work for a long time. And yet, I was newly introduced or renewed in my introduction to the possibility that we all live with, right? And so it was back in the day when I still had my period, and I used to have I had pretty horrible cramps, period cramps. And I was unhappy about that. And I decided if I believed what they said, if I believed in the possibility of this teaching, I should be able to alleviate that discomfort. So I laid on my bed in Florham Park, and I did nothing but get present. I got present to the pain and the discomfort. I didn't try to force it. I wasn't treating out loud. I just went into it and got present with it. Of course, the intention was removed. So that was known in mind. And within not a long amount of time, the discomfort lifted, and I never had it again. Never had it again. It's gone. Gone. When we move into alignment, really move into alignment and direct our attention, we can have these experiences. You with me?
Yes.
This is the magic of what we have. It is a requirement, though, that we continue to cultivate our consciousness. That is required. We have to pave the way so our consciousness enters the room before we do. It's the same thing. My husband and I, we bought a house. I forget how many years ago. 4 or 5 years ago now. And we bought a house, and I'm not going to give you the whole story because it's too long. But we bought a house in the middle of Denville in a lovely little community where homes go for enough money, and we bought a home for $200,000. We weren't treating for that, but we had been constantly cultivating the consciousness of possibility because we were both in this work. We were both practitioners. We were both ministers. So when we are cultivating it, it's not about trying to predict an outcome. It's about immersing oneself in the I am, and then allowing that I am to determine the path. One of the things we also forget is we try to make things happen. We have to move away from making them happen to allowing. This is about allowance. This is about alignment. When we are having a mystical experience, we are getting, and I can't help but quote Emerson, we get our bloated nothingness out of the way, and we say, what is mine to do? Who am I here to be? And then allow. And then allow. Okay. If you put aside your fear, doubt, and hurt, which is but an expression of your sense of isolation, if you put aside all negation and turn to me alone, see how much he disappeared into it? Turn to me alone. Of course, what does that mean? That me is the I am of me, that is the I am of you. That I am. And you turn to me alone, then you shall be made free. Think about the gloriousness of that. Be still and know that I am God, your true self. Be still and know that I am the life principle. Be still and know that I am the truth, dispelling all error. I am power, neutralizing all weakness. I am abundance, swallowing up. My gosh, I cannot read. It's a little too low, I think. I am abundance, swallowing up all lack. I am your true self. And again, I have so much underlined that I just can't do it all. A couple more pieces in this section. Neither, and I want you to hear this, neither your body, your environment, nor your mind are masters. You are the master of body, environment, and mind. You, your I am, is the master of your body, environment, and mind. They are your servants. They are my servants. How powerful is that? Therefore, they are your true servants when your thought is in harmony with beauty and at peace with reality. You may permit me to create a new experience for you, patterned after your own thought. But first, you must have the idea of this better experience. You must conceive it in the silence of your own imagination. All right, I'm going to let you, I'm going to stop. Oh no, I'm just going to read the last piece in part 4. This allness of truth, stated in the simplest manner, affirms that God is all there is. God never changes. God is in me. God is that which I am. God is in the universe. God is the universe. At first, humans, ignorant of this truth, of the true nature. At first, humans are ignorant of the true nature. The Word has become flesh, but self-conscious life has not yet emerged. The fusion of will, desire, and volition, without which there can be no personality, has not taken place. Finally, the Word. Bless you. Finally, the Word not only becomes flesh, it also becomes person. Humans awake to life, turn toward the light, and triumph over limitation. Okay. To me, and I love you using that word juicy, I think of life as juicy for sure. To me, that is juicy. The work is remembering. The work is remembering. The work is changing the thinking habits. And that takes daily, moment-to-moment attention. That's what is required. So how do we do this? How do we move into that mystical experience? Relish in the bird song. Don't just hear a bird sing. When you hear a bird sing, get into the song. Listen to the magic of this little creature creating the sound. We were with my granddaughter somewhere the other day, I don't remember where, and I hugged a tree. I said, come on, Anna, hug the tree. Your mystical experience is right there as long as you stop getting out of what you're supposed to do and get fully present in the particular moment. How else you do? Hold someone's hand. Get present to the I am in another. Anybody, whoever's sitting next to you. Get present through the I am that you share. And commit. Once again, I repeat this. Commit to never again comparing yourself to another. Dear God, please stop it. Please, 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 please stop it. To looking in the mirror with complete approval. Not conditional approval. Absolute approval. To give yourself grace, and that's a story I'm going to tell you about in a moment. Forgive yourself for your errors. All right, right? And be the one who gives generously, whether it's compliments or a bigger tip or a ride or whatever that is, bringing in someone's mail. Be the source of good, because when you and I are being the source of good, it has to move through us, and if it's moving through us, it is us. And have compassion for those in pain, and who don't know what they don't know. Have compassion for them. So the other day, I'm not great at bookkeeping, record keeping, and that kind of stuff. Not quite my thing. But I decided to do some cleaning up and some stuff that I noticed coming through my bank, and so I called them up because it appeared to be some fraud in my account. Appeared is the key word here. I finally called them up. I've been trying to get someone on the phone. I don't know about you, but I can't seem to go in the bank and actually talk to anybody. They barely have humans available. It's very interesting. So I get somebody on the phone and we're looking at the charges, and I'm totally, again, I'm going to own this, made the assumption that there was the bunch of Amazon charges that shouldn't have been. Now, why did I think that? I thought that because I have an Amazon card, which I don't allow myself to charge on. I pay for it full every month because the interest is obscene, absolutely obscene. But I was certain, because I put these things usually on the card and I pay for it in full, that these must be fraudulent charges. So it is a very annoying process going through this whole thing. So we go through this whole thing, take note, put out they do some kind of report on it. And then the next day, I thought, I wonder. And I went into my Amazon account, and what I realized is that somehow I had changed the automatic payment from the card to my bank card. So now it appears like I've lied. It appears I'm not going to lie, and I'm going to clean it all up, I assure you. But why I'm telling you the story that normally would horrify and embarrass me is that when we finally start being okay about the I am that is our beingness, we finally can start just having a sense of humor about those errors. I'm telling you, I hated making that mistake. I was initially very embarrassed. But let me tell you what I did, and this is what I want you to do for yourself. I immediately gave myself grace. Other times, I would have dragged myself over the coals and whipped myself and made a whole story about it. But I've learned that I deserve grace. And for me, that's one of the rewards of doing this work, is not beating up and letting the expression of me be accepting of who I am. Grace is a beautiful thing, and we each deserve it. Immense gratitude for all that is valuing the very breath we want to have. Immense gratitude for all that is valuing the very breath of your body temple, not grabbing hold of anything that works against you, not holding others against you, relishing, absolutely relishing in the I amness of you. We have within us a mystic, and that mystic can't exist in a state of chaos and criticism and fault. That state, the I amness and the mystic of you, must exist in a state of grace and beauty and wholeness and aroundness. So our job is to remember who we are. Are you willing to remember who you are?
Yes.
Yes.
Blessings.
So do we go all four?
This is a time for some practice of giving. And this is a basket that I hold, which I will pass around. And if you are online, you can go to csl.org,
CSLPrinceton.org.
cslprinceton.org,
Yes.
and there's a way of contributing, of making a donation. And donations are very useful. They help us pay the rent and the utilities and so on and so forth. So, actually, this is something in here which I'm going to read. It's from MichelleWatley.com. I am the living expression of divine love. Love flows through me, around me, and as me. Wherever I walk, love walks. Wherever I touch, love blesses. Whoever I see through the eyes of love. And love absolutely is the truth of my being. And that is the case. Here we go.
I remember who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. Who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. Who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. Who I am.
Now, we will have a closing treatment. Michelle.
Oh, so let's know and trust that the power of the presence and love, this essence of good, is ever flowing and effervescent, availing itself in, through, and as each one of us present here today, as individuals and as the collective. Let's believe in this power as calling our attention to the essence of our divineness. Let us remember who we are. Let us call forth the experience of beauty and wholeness. Oh, there is good and very good. There's good and very good. And I know that I even speak this word, not as myself, Michelle, but the I am of me, which is the I am of each of us. Let us align within that I am. Let us allow that I am to penetrate every single cell of our body temple, healing anything in the way, calling forth an experience of full-out expression, beauty and joy and adventure and love and laughter. Let this be who we are every moment of every day. For this and so much more, I am truly grateful, and I bless this offering today. I bless the abundance of CSL. I bless the generosity. I bless the volunteering. I bless the board. I bless all the musicians. And I bless every member for the Center of Spiritual Living, Princeton. Let us relish in the beauty of this community and all that becomes possible. Please close with me by saying, so it is.
Thank you. So just to let you know, next week is our membership meeting after the service. Please come because every one of us are members of this center, and we'll be talking about the future of the center. So come and join us.
I love myself so much that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me. Dancing is totally encouraged. Myself so much that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me. One more. I love myself so much that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me.